Hey guys, this is Chris from Krisproductions, and today I am bringing you my biggest, most impressive base ever. This mock is a total of 30 gray base plates and it draws an end to the Clones Alone series started by RebelLUG many months ago. This base is 30 gray base plates total and took 6 months to build, and is the biggest clone base that I believe any of you will ever see. So, to start things off, this is a continuation of the RebelLUG collab, the final chapter of Clones Alone, in which our valiant clones, original escapees from the Sullust prison, have finally made it back to some Republic friends. Now, whether the Republic friends are going to last very long or not, that is a different story. Anyways, so I really hope that you guys have enjoyed all the mocks and the videos and the collaboration. If you want to see those after this video is done, all the links will be in the description below. So as you can see, this is quite an eventful mock. We've got the Separatists coming in pretty much every way possible. You've got them coming in by air, and they've come in and landed on the roof, knocking out their artillery. You've got the Separatists just swarming down the bridge, obviously not being able to be stopped, as that even the ATTE was just blown right off the bridge. And then you've also got them coming in via spider droids and just regular droids coming in from the ground as well. So it's a pretty formidable attack. And now let's go and look at this base. If you would like to check out the description for different times of different parts in the mock, that'll definitely let you kind of skip around and watch different parts of this video very easily. Alright, so as you can see over here, we've got the clone manning the tank, and then the other 4 clones, total of 5, all kind of rushing at the droids here. As you can see, they ran into quite a few here, and they've taken some out, but there's still a few more to go. You got the downed ATTE. Whether it had been destroyed right now in this conflict or previous, I don't know, but it's not faring too well. You got some dwarf spider droids crawling on it, obviously to go get their shots on some of those clones on the other side there. And then you got many more droids and the homing spider droids just coming in here. And oh, I love seeing the bridge, because the bridge is very cool. And droids coming through all the plant life there. Very cool. I just love the way that all that turned out. And then of course we're back over here with the Staps coming in for the kill on the, well, the pretty well killed ATTE. Alright, so let's take a look at this bridge, because man, is it quite the battle scene. As you can see, as we go down here, you have got quite the battle going on. A duel between Ventress and a Jedi that is defending this base here. Very, very cool. Custom Jedi. You might have seen him before. And a bit of modifications done to the Lego Ventress. So we follow the droid lines down the bridge. We end up at the clone front lines, where you have many, many clones defending here. You can see there's another Jedi, and you've got all the clones kind of running up here and then taking shelter. You got many that are knocked down and dead. A few more coming in from the base. You got a turbo tank rolling out from the fuel base. And as we go back, you can see all of that again. And of course the droids are just coming in their kind of regular droid overwhelming pattern. Now if we move down from the bridge, you'll see there is quite more to this Separatist attack than just the bridge here. You've got these Staps coming in from all different heights, going in for the attack. You've got many droids just walking through the jungle here, coming up to start just open firing at the base, because you never know what kind of resistance you're going to get. And just kind of going along the edge here. And now for the downed ATTE. Now this is super cool. As you can see, we have quite the big splash going on here in the water. You know, it's just hitting the water. And you got some clones scrambling to get out of the way. There's some legs in there. And the gunner's fallen off, and it's just got shot in the side and pretty much got blasted right out of the way. That's pretty crazy. I just had to get another view of this shot. I mean, that is so cool. I just love the way that the trans blue is just self-supporting. It's just fantastic. And then, of course, the View down the bridge there is all very cool. The downed ATTE and the Y-wings. I just love all these different parts about the mock. It's just fantastic. And there's a shot of those spider droids coming in. Those are some dangerous ones. No, I just love the way this laser bridge turned out. It's unbelievable that it's able to kind of support this weight. And I just find that unbelievable how that works. So that is very impressive, and I'm very, very happy with that result. And now we can head across over here. You can see of course, the big wall over there, and then this is a big, large platform. And over here you can see some clones are mounting a defense. They've got all their weapons out, and they're kind of just taking cover behind the ATTE, whether that's a smart decision or not. But as you can see, the gunners are taking their shots over at the separatist tanks of the bridge. All these clones are kind of hiding behind, taking what cover they can. This guy's coming out with a rocket launcher. As you can see in behind there, you got some other clones which are retreating to gunships in behind. Now, whether these clones are retreating out of the battle or they're heading out to go gain a better tactical position, but this gunship is just taking off with these clones, and this guy's kind of falling out there. And over here we got some clones running into that gunship, and that gunship doesn't even have any pilots, so it's obviously not going anywhere. Lots of you guys are probably looking at, like, what is this? This is a giant curved wall. How did he get the giant curved wall? And it gets a little bit self-explanatory when you have the windows, because that's really what this whole giant curved building is it was all mostly made out of Lego 1x2x5 pieces bricks, but 1x2 bricks will work just the same. And what happens is they have the ability to bend a little bit, so when you get enough of them together, you can form a pretty solid curve. Alright, now for the command center. One of my favorite parts of the mock. We'll just go around here. So you can see there's some very cool things inside. We have different star charts, all kinds of control panels. And it's just very cool. Now we've got a dark red protocol droid, very cool, coming in. A mouse droid. And all sorts of officers at some very interesting and detailed control panels using all sorts of different Lego stickers that I had around. And I think they all turned out very well. Down there we have the Grand Admiral, or maybe just Admiral. As well as another protocol droid speaking to a figure at a hologram table. And then here we've got many more officers, all looking very cool. Look at different star charts, and yeah, so this is all very cool. I really like the way that this whole area turned out, and I think that it's probably one of my favorite things about this mock. So you can see those star charts are made with Galaxy Squad stickers. I was able to pull a lot of cool stickers and different kind of elements to make these different control panels. They're very cool, and I just really love the way that all of those turned out. And just the use of the officers, they all look very well at all of their different posts. This is specifically the star chart piece that was used in the Hoth Echo base, so that's really cool to use. And then, yeah, just some more officers and control panels. Alright, now for the elevator. We can run it at multiple different speeds. And here's a shot inside from this view. As you can see, there's kind of a few different road markings, or at least markings in kind of the ground there to distinguish where to drive or walk on. As you can see, we got the ATRTs and the speeder bikes from this side, and of course the support pillars. Now here is the elevator, and you can see some of the kind of supplies and crates that are on this side. So that's pretty cool. Speeder bikes waiting here. We can follow it down, and of course there's lots of clones everywhere. There's a large area for ATRTs. As you can see, that's where the building is, the base inside the base. Now as we cut over here, you can see kind of all the interior workings going on. There's all the crates, and the crates just wrap around, and it's a little bit dark. And then you can see the big kind of snot platform. Alright, so let's look at the bottom floor of the base within the base. So in the back we have a bunch of different kind of food and ration machines now, and just kind of tables, and in this case we have like a buffet table, kind of a few different foods. Now of course there are different officers, and there's obviously that admiral here, so they do want to offer a bit of a selection if you're wondering why a military base would have such nice kind of foods. Here we've got a bit of a weight selection. There's some benches there, and here we've got a red protocol droid just kind of servicing, and there's another one over there just picking up some of these ration cans, I guess. Now here is the armory, and we have all these clones and apparently mouse droids running out of here armed, and as you can see there's a bunch of rotary cannons, and there's still a few blasters left. And now we can head up the stairs into the next section, which is Barracks. Now I left this all fairly open so it can all be seen. Here we've got some helmet racks with a few helmets there. These are the helmets of the rooms in this barracks right here. Kind of just getting a look inside. Here we've got many beds, and there's actually beds on both sides, and I feel like this is, like, it's so hard for me to get in there, and I feel like that's almost a proper military thing, because the barracks aren't normally that roomy. So to have all these beds lining up on both sides of the walls, I feel like that's pretty kind of accurate style for a military base like this. And now let's head up the next floor. So here we have a protocol droid, kind of just talking with that clone there. We've got a few different medical droids. This one's talking with that officer there. This one's just prepping the surgery table with that other droid. And here's some back to tanks. Now, I really like the idea of hanging these from the roof, because I don't know, I just liked how that kind of looked. And I was going to put something more like 20 or 30 of these tanks in here, but it ended up just not being something that a base of this size would need. I kept it at these 5 here, and apart from the flares, as you can see, they all have respirator packs on their armor. I wanted to get a closer look up of this surgery table here. I think it looks pretty cool. You got a little computer screen mounted on some of those lights. Awesome use of those new pieces there. Love those new clip pieces, and I used the same ones for this kind of dual computer screen there. And I thought that's really cool. It's got some Eclipse graphics printed tiles. There's a computer, and there's a really cool handprint one. I thought that was really cool. Over here we've got some different other panels, and then there's some biohazardous material, and I don't really know what that's doing in the medical center. Maybe it came from the medical center, but anyways, it's a bit interesting. Here's another control panel. This one has a little minifig on it, so that one's obviously for the back to tanks there. And then if we kind of wrap around here, you'll see that there is this other panel, and I don't know what this is. Maybe this is some stored vials, or maybe that's, I don't know. Who knows what it could be, but there's obviously some interesting contents behind there for medical purposes. So yeah, that is this base inside of the base. Here is just the full view of the medical center. And now into the triple gunship hangar from the back. It is very cool. I just love the way that this turned out. It's one of my kind of favorite parts about the mock. As you can see, there are many clones just around, kind of getting to their transports or figuring out what to do. They're all kind of scrambling in the heat of the battle here. We follow around, you can see all 3 gunships there. So if we go down here into the outside of the triple gunship hangar, you can see that some of the clones are out here to put up a defensive kind of against these droids that are just across the water shooting back at them, really. So they're just kind of holding off the line the best they can as the other clones are getting to the gunships and probably preparing for a counter-offensive. Now let's have a look at all these different frigate hangar bays. So here you can see each of the Republic frigates are inside their own hangar, separated by some pillars as well as those cranes. And we have many clones. Just go past this whole hangar area, all very cool. We've got the supply cart, and that is a pretty cool feature because we can slide this all the way down to the end. And transporting supplies across the hangar. Now, of course, we also have these little transportation cranes here, and what they can do is they can slide back and forth as well as dropping the cargo that they carry. So that's pretty cool, and there are some of those in between each of the frigates. I cannot just get over this shot because this shot just looks so cool, getting to see this whole kind of cross section of the base. I absolutely love it. Now, as you can see, there's this whole area. Alright, now the question is, and was, will these Pab Cups be essential to the structure?
Just do it!
Let's find out. Ooh. It appears that I have made a structurally sound build here. That draws pretty much the whole video to an end. It's always so sad getting to the end because it's like, wow, I spent 6 months building this giant 30 gray base plate. That's 40 times 48 times 30. That's a lot of studs worth of area covered. It's just crazy that this can have an end and be shown all in one video. I really wish that every one of you watching this could come and see this in person, because to see it in person, I mean, it really shows just the size. I mean, if you own a gunship and know how, how big that is, or an ATTE, or you saw me standing on this base, then you could really understand just how massive this base is, because it is just unbelievable, and I have a hard time comprehending it, even though I've been building it this whole time. And every time I build something, like, that's the biggest trans blue door I've ever seen, and like, so I've just been having a ton of fun building this mock, and I'm so happy to end Clones Alone like this. And I maybe a little late, but it's just, I'm so happy to get this out here. Now, definitely stay tuned, and I would love if you guys could all share this video, and make sure you subscribe, because I have some awesome, like, I'm so excited about some of the future plans that I have, because, do I dare say they're bigger than this? Well, yeah, and you're just gonna have to stay tuned to find out, because they're gonna be such awesome things just coming down the pipeline here. I've got a few smaller projects that I want to do, definitely September coming up here, but then after that, oh man, I have a lifelong building series. I mean, if you guys follow me on my other social medias, which I very highly recommend, Instagram, man, I post stuff on there every day. You get to see lots of awesome insider stuff. It's really cool, and then you kind of know what I'm talking about. And I've got a lifelong building series that's gonna probably have monthly updates, and a year-long building series, which you guys are all gonna love, that's, I think, weekly, as well as, yeah, some of the other projects that are gonna be coming out. So, very excited about everything. I hope you guys have enjoyed this mock as much as I have, and I would love, more than anything, if you guys could kind of share this with your friends, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, but just get the word out, because I think that this is the biggest clone base of all time. So if you guys know somebody that has made clone bases or been into the Clone Wars, I feel like this is my kind of ultimate tribute to the Clone Wars as a 30 gray base plate clone base. I mean, it's never been any bigger or more explosive than this. So, thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys later.